Welcome. Thank you for joining me here. This is your weekly love reading is for February 26th through March 3rd, 2024. There's been some conclusions coming in, some revelations coming through last week, really helping the two of you choose this union together and clear out and eliminate internally in the mind and externally from external energies the divisiveness and things that were getting in the way of you. I'm hearing them as contracts as well. So clearing out those contracts as well so that you two can unite and come together and this union can unfold, especially in the 5D New Earth. The New Earth union can begin to unfold. So whether you two are together, you've been separated, or you haven't met yet, this is a fresh start for your union in the New Earth. And this is really what's being shown more to both of you in whatever ways that you need to have this awareness and understanding and awakening on. So you have the fresh start, the fresh perspective, this new alignment that's more in that fifth dimensional frequency. And so for the overall energy for the two of you, it is this happy family for the week. And this is your new earth family template. This is what we're manifesting, what we're creating, what we're doing all this work for, so that you can have this happy, joyful family and home environment. We have the 16 card rebuild here. It's the Tower card. So what has prevented you from, again, is about getting stable, getting this happy family template, this new earth union more grounded and secure. So whatever, especially in the roots, in the foundation, this is a continuation from last week of uncovering so that you two can ground and create this stable, healthy, long-term cycle of your union together. So more will be collapsing so that this new beginning can happen. I'm seeing it's bringing in more of the feminine this week, so it could be more emotional heart healing, more getting in alignment with equality with the feminine, because the new earth is this bringing back that goddess energy, the equal masculine feminine balanced state of being, and really the creation energy, the kundalini life force energy, the manifestation frequencies, the prana energy, rather than just all masculine only. So this is where I'm seeing a feminine and masculine balance is what's bringing this happy family together here. So we'll see how this unfolds in the reading. We also have number 5. There's a lesson to be learned from this. So I do feel like this is a closure, though, to those lessons and the old earth lessons, and changing out of that cycle now. So it does look like I'm also seeing traditional values, traditional American type of concept of a family. So it's more stable, it's more factual is what I'm hearing. I think it's getting down to more of a basic blueprint of the family for this beginning in the new earth. This is definitely like what we're doing. Shining bright is what I'm hearing. What we're meant to do is to build a new earth cycle of what families are, and we're structuring what that means, and we're creating that basically daily moving forward. So but what I'm seeing is getting back to the basics, very simplified is what it feels like here as well. It kind of feels like, how people are getting more traditional with the homesteading and just very back to the basics again, the way, their grandparents did it, home cooking, growing your own food, that kind of concept, just very basic, but very, we've been taken so far away from that. So it's like relearning the traditional ways, but then also doing it in the new earth. So I think it's figuring out what that might be. Let's look at your counterpart this week first. We do have contract with their thoughts towards your union this week, number 6, with finding balance. This is the 2 of Pentacles. And we have 2 of these cards here. They're both pattern cards. I feel like I don't deserve your love, and I'm worried you'll leave me when you see who I really am. Also, with my ego is fragile to criticism and rejection. I've created this wall to protect myself. So they're definitely out of balance. They had the 2 Pentacles last week, actually, too. So this is a continuation, I think, of them really figuring out who they really are, because they've had this energy that was manipulating all of these things within themselves. And they're in this process now of figuring out what their truth is, what their love for you is, their own value and worth system, the ego. We had that snake energy last week, which definitely can be the ego, like that narcissistic energy template in the mind. So they definitely need to get back into balance in themselves this week, and it's for them to be strong and stable with themselves. I feel like this is what's going to be falling away, is any part of them that's not being real, okay, basically. And I feel like this is the growth process that they're in right now, and they need to rebuild themselves as who they are without the programs, basically. So they have to love themselves here for sure. They'll have to continue going within as well and seeing this truth about themselves and tapping more into their own feminine intuition and empathy and higher self and higher knowing about themselves, and really get confident in making themselves the perception of who they see themselves to be. That this needs to get more accurate with themselves, and also step into more of their higher truth, their higher soul, more connected with God, and coming in through that channel. That's what's going to give them the confidence here and override these systems of the ego. And so these walls of protection basically have been, I feel like some of this core wounding is rejection with them, and it could be definitely connected to childhood for them here as well, and that the core wounding has to be fixed otherwise, and because it's creating narcissism is what I'm hearing. So that's what they've been processing through last week, was clearing out the narcissistic codependent paradigm energy. And so whatever brave, like they have to get braver within themselves, like more confident, override those the ego driven beliefs basically, and be more secure in themselves. And it's only going to come through their higher self. So this will get balanced for them. I'm seeing it so that they can have this happy family and home and security and stability with you. It's to be more of a structure, have this structured life with you, and create that blueprint of what life looks like together. So maybe in some areas they are really good, and in other areas they're they have more growth and learning and evolution to do. But then that's like where that would be where they would fall into the ego and not feeling good enough. And even if they're like, maybe you're better at something than they are, and then now they feel like, oh no, I don't deserve you, or you're going to reject me, or you're going to judge me, these sorts of things, right? If they're not feeling like they're adequate or doing a good enough job at something here. So that's where the balance is for them. That I'm hearing it's like a form of depletion. So they're not going to retract anytime that they perceive themselves to be not adequate or good enough, or maybe you're better at something, and not be triggered by that, for example, as well. So it needs to come from a different perspective of maturity, basically. Emotionally, we have strategy and the heart chakra coming in, and then the union energy. It says union number 9. Union is an energy, not a physical construct. Even though we aren't together, I feel our union. So things are coming together. Like what's going on is they want to flip into this union. They want to change. They want to do a whole 180 here from where things have been. And I feel like what's really propelling them right now is this love for you. And the mind is what's healing here. I feel like they're really evolving on this level and opening their heart up to love with you, and seeing through that process where these lessons are that they need to overcome and rebuild themselves. So I do think this is like their own way of behaving, that this understanding is coming in from them the most, and basically outgrowing, maturing, and choosing a continuation of them choosing to do things differently this time. So this could be part of the strategy they have. They are doing it from a heart open perspective. So this shut down energy where their walls are up and narcissistic and not giving you that love, that's definitely coming down now, and there's more vulnerability coming through. I think that's part of the way. It's like a rebuilding of their life and their feelings for you, and a new and emotional energy template, and just I feel like this is the driving force within them is what I'm hearing, and it's really guiding them to do things differently and feeling safe to be more authentic, without a mask on, without a persona on, without programs as well. And I think they're in the process of just letting that go and being really real, and being okay with being really real, like embracing that about themselves as well. And I feel like being vulnerable in the way that they'll just be heart open and not let the walls go back up, or not let the triggers, not let feeling hurt or get in the way anymore. So I feel like they're choosing just to be completely vulnerable and continue continuing pushing through whatever might be coming up through this process of healing that they are experiencing here, healing and growing. In their blocks, we do have the blossoming abundance. It's the 3 card here. And then 2 nines coming in. We've got suffering and silence. That's the 9 of swords. And then the last card is mirrors. Our inner children are crying out right now. We both need comfort, and to comfort them and become the parents. So this definitely could be a core wounding here that they have, that they're overcoming. And it feels like a maturity is going on here, from some sort of soul fragmentation. So they parts of them could have been stuck at the ages where, I mean, maybe things did happen in school. Maybe they were bullied. Maybe the way the teachers treated them made them feel stupid. Like there could have been very many different unique experiences that have happened. And then at that time, you just kind of freeze in time. And then that part of you, when we have soul fragmentation, that part of you just stays stuck in that wounded position of 8 years old, for example, and then it doesn't grow into this adult stage, right? And that's where that ego and being fragile and combative and reactive and triggered, it's because the soul's fragmented here, and the maturity and the healing hasn't occurred. So when we do the soul retrieval and heal the inner child and reparent ourselves and do that work, that's when you override this and grow, basically, with the blossoming abundance here. So I think some of the 9 of swords, like they didn't even, I think it's coming to their awareness the more that they're healing emotionally, where they're stuck in that kind of lack state of being here, or easily triggered. Either way, it's like that ego, and that's what this week is about for them, and to heal that, and move out of that mind belief system about themselves, and truly like not feeling good enough for you. And I think that's, again, like we had the Empress energy for you last week. So if you're in that Empress frequency and they're not healed to be an equal match with that, then that could be extremely triggering, right? And maybe that's something that you have in life where you trigger people. So you might understand that just your energy is triggering to other people. So that's kind of the concept I'm feeling here, is like this soul growth experience needs to complete within themselves so they are secure, and their mind, getting their mind right on this level is what I'm hearing, getting more stable. And that's where the cycles are going to complete on this level, is what I'm hearing. So it's like, instead of approaching a situation with like, I can't do this, I give up, you know, walking away from it. It's more like, okay, how do I resolve this? How do I learn this? How do I grow and solve this and improve this or whatever, master this? It's coming from a whole different perspective of wanting to grow, wanting to learn, wanting to do better, rather than just giving up and walking away. So their final outcome, their action steps this week, we do have spiritual strength with rest and rejuvenation. And then I daydream about you. Sometimes it's sexual, other times I visualize our future together. So yeah, it is about growth for them here and getting this awakening going on now and becoming more spiritually strong again. Like this is their spiritual soul connection to their higher self that's coming back. And I think this is just a process that's occurring for them this week. And it's helping them build this life that they want, the future they want, that this visualization that they're doing about the future with you. And it's all coming back together, basically. It's all unfolding naturally is what I'm hearing, so that you can have this happy family together. So they actually just need to get this alignment within themselves and get more of like this heart awakening expansion and the consciousness awakening that they're already going through this process of experiencing this week. So that could be where the contract's coming in, that something's already concluding here and everything's getting back into balance organically. Right now, it could have been something connected with last week's full moon that this is unfolding on. So they definitely, all they need to do is focus on getting this alignment and letting go and rebuilding from the old belief systems, the old emotional frequency that they've been running on, the old trauma that they've experienced. So for you this week, with your thoughts towards the union, you do have the Hangman card here coming through. It says observe with all tied up, and then communication. Please contact me. I may not respond, but knowing you care opens my heart. So I feel like it's like you have to actually not stay stuck in that either. This could be part of the lessons is you had a lot around communication last week, and this could be more of that clearing out of where this being stuck in communication is got to go. You got to free yourself from it, basically, is what it feels like. So I'm hearing like dishonoring yourself on this level. So it's like, even if you don't want to stay stuck in codependency or victimhood or tragedy because of a communication or lack thereof. So this is where the awakening's meant to happen for you on this week. And it's a 1, 2, 2, 3 card here. So 1, 2, 3s are coming through, which is symbolic to me of growing. Like there is some sort of expansion here. I feel like there's activations coming in. There's like energy coming in to support helping you both this week, basically move on. So you might feel that clearing already automatically happening in the body this week, also supporting you two, helping you get this awakening, this alignment with the Tower card, because it is, the Tower is like comes in and collapses regardless, right? It could be, again, with the solar flares this week, a continuation of waking up more of the light body, just clearing out the density that's kept you trapped here. So we have door to value with another communication cards. Words have hurt me in the past, and that's why I fear talking to you. And then the last card we have is sacrifice here. So that's the Hangman card again, and I'm using 2 different tarot decks here. So it's 12 and 12 here coming through. So definitely time to get unstuck and have this door open here. And I feel like it's not just value in terms of there's money coming through this door, but like opening your heart, right? Opening emotionally, receiving all that's available, receiving your counterpart coming in, this happy family, this life and lifestyle. That there's a lot around wealth we focused on in the extended reading last week here, about creating a healthy, stable wealthy, like secure foundation where finances aren't getting in the way of the communication for the two of you here. Finances and busyness and career and schedules and stuff of that nature that's triggering, the nervous system and keeping you um, from not being able to slow down, enjoy life, enjoy time together, right? And it's a trigger, right? So this is a continuation of that possibly here as well. Getting slowing down this week to get this new perspective and not letting the communication issues like not wanting to talk to them, cutting them off, contacting you, not like, again, these feel more like these communication games or triggers or testing kind of concepts, right? And so I think that this is coming out this week so that you can free yourself ultimately from being stuck in those mind games, communication games, the perception, because it's been keeping you trapped, right? So in this being tied up, right? So the whole point of what this tower energy is coming in is in the consciousness here to give you a different understanding, a higher understanding, and let it go and open up ultimately. Again, around the communication. And so the blocks we have is the angels of balance with moving on, 8 of cups. So this is saying like it is time to move on now. Put these hurts behind you. Put the communication styles and those games, because it feels like maybe it was with them, but other people or in general in relationships, that it's time to move on and clear that out, get that to 0 point and open up to a new way of communicating and having a healthy relationship here that's not including testing and how they communicate to you and analyzing everything that happens, spying on them, these sorts of things. And we have the next solstice or equinox, which the equinox is coming up here on March 20th, will bring an important shift. So this is time certainly to move away from that. And we do have the Libra full moon eclipse on the 25th. It's going to be a very big time, I feel like, of getting this relationship sector cleared up. We are in the Aries Libra North Node, South Node cycle. So this is put onto our plates right now to get this alignment and get our power back in relationships as well. So it's important for you to utilize this opportunity right now that you're processing through to clear these lessons up and be happy. I think this is the big thing, is like continuing on with this pattern is going to just keep you stuck unhappy. However they treat you in general in relationships in all sectors of your life, we're going to outgrow this cycle now and start a new way of living, rebuild in the new earth. So the final outcoming action steps, we have this community card. This is so similar to the 3 of cups we had last week in your action steps. So this feels so strong to a process that you're going through right now. You have the heart chakra here as well. And then the last card is number 1. I feel your energy around me and I wonder if you're thinking of me too. So part of this could be not being triggered around the communication between the two of you, or lack of communication, lack of a relationship as well. Being triggered by other people, comparing yourself. There could have been a lot with, I'm hearing with exes more specifically, where they chose another person or there's some sort of cheating. So then it's like comparing yourself, to other people, and are you good enough, and these sorts of things, and possibly just being generally triggered by someone that they could pursue, could be attracted to, whether they are or not, and this could be a situation in relation, like getting jealous easily, essentially. This sort of idea that's going to clear up, and it's time to open up and override this. And so you're both going through the heart space, basically letting the emotions just mature and evolve and be vulnerable, and getting rid of the ego ultimately. is what's coming through for the two of you this week. And that's what's got to go here is and get balance on is the ego and temptation here. And I just feel like you've both had so many experiences around all of these things. So life lessons is what I'm hearing. That's where these lessons are, as the overall energy for the reading. So we have to, you two together are getting over these cycles, basically of the old earth, and it's time to move away from them now and expect a different experience, create a different experience as well. So for the final outcome for the two of you, we do have walking away, with the daydreaming and decisions. That's the Seven of Cups. So choosing to walk away, choosing to create this new cycle together. And I think that's also what they're doing here. For you, I think it's definitely important to go in your heart and do what feels right for you, rather than letting the mind make these choices this week. And the last card is communication. I'll contact you when I'm able to. Right now, my life is too complicated to bring you into it, but know that I do want to talk to you. So I feel ultimately like this communication thing is got to get cleared up so that you two can come together in this in a new way, already going through this collapsing and rebirth, death and rebirth process on the communication level here, and leaving that behind. And you two are going to be able to come together when you're both healed of this and have this communication. So even if you are together in union right now, it's on this level taking a break and getting this alignment that's necessary. Going within, decompartmentalizing out the old way, walking away from it here, and something around looking at things like from a negative perspective, like there's always going to be a problem. There's like the glass half empty. There's not enough. Where there is enough left to go around, there is enough unity here. There is this happy family available, but because of these experiences and conscious and subconscious patterning, that it's the belief systems told you, it's kept you now, put you both into a lack perspective. And it's almost like separated the two of you here on different levels, where it's like pushing each other away. And I feel like that's what needs to clear. So that's what you two need to walk away from, so you two can be more in alignment to come together, basically here. And you're both going through this week together, and it's for your union to come together here and have this beautiful happy family, and for you two to have to get this rebuild going on here. So it's teamwork as well to make this happen, and to trust in the divine timing of this, that when this is resolved, that things will continue forward in terms of unifying the two of you coming together here. Yeah, so we'll continue on with that. And again, the eclipse energy, this could really continue for a couple of weeks. We'll see how the next few weeks unfold, but it sounds like it's eclipsing with the eclipse here at the end of March. So we'll see what that comes through as. So for this week's extended reading, we will get more cards. We're using the Twin Flame Ascension deck here as well. So there's more higher vibrational energies in this deck that will support you and both. And we'll do the God Code light language. So it'll heal, clear, activate, attune, everything that is available for the two of you this week. These are infinite quantum healings that goes to both of you and your union through all space, time, and dimension and timelines, as well as your family tree and ancestry and future generations. So I do list down below some of the energies that are in this week's extended reading. If you'd like to join us, the link is down below as well. I look forward to seeing you there. God bless you and have a very blessed week. Take care.